Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cosplay Collective podcast, where we usually speak cosplay, but not all the time, because usually I have people like Kira and Leah, lots of little children.
Last
Hello,
like
everybody. We're joined today by Mr. Jimmy Man, who some of you may know as Superman.
Hello, bonjour, hola, ahoy.
He cosplays as New 52 Superman and the Beast.
Yeah, well, Beast is a fairly new one. There I am. I decided to go something a bit different, although lots of blue still. I don't know what it is with me and blue.
You're wearing a blue hoodie too.
Blue,
But yeah, Beast is a new one, and I'll be carrying on with Beast next year. But we'll probably talk about that later on. I don't know, maybe.
I don't know what we haven't discussed a subject this week because this is going to be a big cast. We have got Leah joining in later in the show, but it's been quite a hectic week for orc cosplayers here because we've all been basically designing the new stuff for London Super Comic Con and for MCM. So you know what, I'm gonna start with Kia because Kia's gotten further with his cosplay than any of us.
Yeah. Well, I suppose. Yeah, I've still got loads to do though. Loads and loads to do.
It's looking awesome as ever, though.
Have you got any pictures there you can put up of it?
Yeah, I've got some pictures of where you're up to with the thing.
Last thing I got done were the legs, the thighs, and the boots are pretty much finished. There's some things that need to go into it, which I was talking to you about before. There it is. Yeah. Neat painting and everything. The cowl is on order. A very special cowl that I can't wait to get.
Have you got? Who've you got that ordered off?
Kevin Curly LaProps. He's quite big on the RPF. He's basically the go-to guy for decent quality cows. Probably the best on the market, I would imagine.
Does he do them pre-casted, or can you request custom?
Everything for them already, and then and he's just worked on a version 2 of the Arkham. I'm actually not, even though I'm doing like an Arkham Knight suit, I'm actually getting the Arkham Origins cowl because I actually prefer it. It's my favourite cowl that they've done. So that's the plan. It's going to look pretty sweet, I think.
Yeah. It's looking really it's
fantastic. It looks really good. It kind of looks there's a design in there which I can't quite get, but it's something almost.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cosplay Collective podcast. What was that? What's happened there? All the time, because usually.
Why do we hear the podcast?
Is somebody watching the cast live somewhere else?
Jimmy.
We're joined today by somebody's watching the cast live on
Okay. See, Kier, one thing you'd be interested in is we tested. You know what way we make hollow, resin casts here? Well, we tried doing with some rubber in the week, and it worked.
Did it?
Really?
So it would mean I could make some decent. If I'm tempted to make a Batman mask next, sort of base it on the comic book one maybe, and do it in a black rubber, because I don't have to do it in latex, so I can go some really nice quality sort of silicone or polyurethane rubber there.
You'll have to let me see how that goes, because I've heard of people now actually 3D printing the cowl.
Oh my god!
So it's perfect, and then using that as the mold.
I've actually been looking at 3D printers this week.
It's crazy. What you can do with
so I will possibly start sculpting one up at some point. If we're gonna test it again, I've got an Iron Man helmet mold. I might try casting that in silicone, in polyurethane rubber, which will mean it's a bit more. Latex is cheap. It's good, but it's cheap. So it doesn't. If I could do it in polyurethane rubber, it has lost less wastage because you don't pour any out.
Oh, right.
So hopefully it works. And
what's it like for weight though?
Light.
The rubber ones are light. I've got a rubber a rubber mask here, and this is like
Mm.
I can't even feel it. So I think this was 3D printed as well.
So yeah, I'm gonna start working on that possibly sometime soon after I've done the next test. Hopefully by the next podcast I'll have a test piece to show.
Oh, that would be cool.
That'd be really awesome.
I'm slowly kind of getting there with.
I'm hoping by the
my-
next podcast. What is that? 2 weeks away. I should have
yeah, 2
parts of this
weeks.
suit painted. I really should have.
Nice.
If the weather holds out, I haven't got anywhere indoors for spray paint, man.
If the
I
if
have
the
been
weather
even
holds out at this
started.
moment, just be lucky that you're not living in America at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Hanging out with
It would be
shovels.
pretty fun though. Come on.
And Batman trekking through the snow.
Yeah.
Batman trekking
On a
through the
snowball.
snow.
I want to get some shots of me in the snow later on because Kia sent me something. What was it? It was the
Frozen thing.
where can we find it? We need to find it and stick it on there because
Is this the one that's okay, Elsa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was great
Brilliant.
because that would be hilarious.
Yeah, no, it would be a good one. Yeah.
It's
Take
not
advantage of a lot of these
Hello, Leia.
pictures and yeah. Oh, here.
Ah,
Yeah.
Hey, I missed you guys. Sorry for diving in.
Oh, I miss you too.
Yeah,
should be sorry.
we was just talking about kind of where we're up to at the moment with cosplay and the fact that Jimmy and Kia want to do a snow shot.
Is that Jimmy?
Yes.
You're
No.
not Blue. Oh, I've only ever met you, Blue. That's the thing.
And there's I'm still blue in just a hoodie.
He's blue abadi abadi.
Not good enough.
Alright.
Yay! Oh, I recognise you. Yeah.
I've got the wig and beard here somewhere, but I don't know. Never
You
mind.
can put it on next time. That would be. Thank you. Yeah.
I'll just be in a lab coat and some blue, and that'd be great.
But yeah, like we were where were we up to with cosplay? I lost my train of thought as usual.
Here's
We
Snoop.
just talked about Gears.
Right, so
Yeah.
we just talked about Kia's. You've had a small chat, Bex, about where you're up to.
That's that. My actual costumes I have not actually started because I'm still not finished with conventions. I've got one convention tomorrow, and I've got another one on Sunday week. So once those are over, then I'll be going to work on costumes. But at the moment, it's sort of working on health to try and get that up.
And those costumes are.
As far as I'm worked out, I'm not 100% on these, other than New 52, Green Arrow, might do a Red Hood. Not sure about that.
The
Haven't
Arkham
really
Knight
worked
Red
out
Hood.
anything else. I'm not sure about that one. I might do a custom one, but so I'm not really decided exactly what I'm doing, other than Green Arrow.
Well, that's not
Yeah,
too
I know.
bad.
So that's that.
Right,
Not much from
Freya,
me.
where have you started at the moment? Where are you up to?
I've started getting bits and bobs. So Nightwing is fully underway. As soon as I get paid, I'll be making the Screamer sticks. So I've got my cowl, which I showed earlier. Well, not cowl, my mask. The suits, the colours have been decided, and because I'm getting it custom made by Couture, I've been talking to them, and they've been getting the colours scheme through. So I've sorted that. So it'll be Jim Lee's one, so it'll be based on the Hush style.
Oh, that's
And that's all. That's pretty much all underway. So I don't have to worry about Nightwing. He's definitely getting done. He'll be ready for LSCC. I've moved half my cosplays around there. So I was doing Wiccan for May, but I've put him on the shelf. I'm going to do Nar from League of Legends in his dino skin. So I'm going to start working on that in January. And Green Lantern New 52 is happening for May, so I need to start on that as well. That's going to be in latex as well, so I need to figure out what I'm doing exactly with that. And I've started, I can't tell anyone what this is, but I've started figuring out Pepakura. So I have pages of Pepakura to make for later in the year.
You know what? I've tried Pepakura before. I cannot do it.
Is that what it's called? I thought it was Pepcora. Have I said my
Well,
old one got it wrong?
Honestly, it's not that difficult. It really isn't. I could teach anyone to do it in about 5 minutes.
Well, it's just the fact that it's got a lot of patience behind it. Because I'm looking at it being
That's
like,
what
I
it
can't
is.
be
Loads and
fucked
loads
to
of
cut this
patience.
out.
And Leia, don't start, alright?
I haven't done anything.
No, children, calm down. Don't make me give you a smart button.
Damien, promises. Freya, I have to say, the picture you did on your page with all the makeup and everything for Nightwing,
For the Nightwing,
mask,
yeah.
The mask looks great.
Thanks. Yeah, I literally, I'm gonna have to get like proper face paint or something because I didn't have any like spirit gum or stuff to stick this to my face because I completely forgot I needed that. So I got lingerie tape and like stuck it all around my face and then just went like this and I was like, oh crap, there's a massive hole in the middle. What am I gonna do? And I grabbed my eyeliner and was like,
Go for it.
yeah, and just like painted my eyes and I turned around and Tom was like, what are you doing? I was like, right, I need a wig, and I just like went into my cupboard and found an old wig and was like, there you go, Nightwing, sorted.
You know,
I'm gonna dye my hair though and cut it a bit shorter so it'll be like boy style Nightwing rather than girl long hair because I want to keep it as accurate to him as possible while still being a girl, if that makes sense.
yeah.
You're not going for a sex change.
I'm not going for a sex change. Not yet. You never know. I might turn up on the day. Just really,
This is
There's
gonna
that one possibility.
get really
I just want the sock in the under bit.
This is gonna get a little bit personal right now. But are you gonna be bandaging your boobs?
No, I'm gonna keep my boobs. Well, I don't know. They're probably not
Nice.
gonna be visible because, as far as I'm aware, you can't wear underwear with latex. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to still have boobs without having a bra on. So they'll probably won't have any boobs.
Anytime I've seen anyone wear latex, even if they have got boobs, and the one time I've ever worn it, I mean, even if they've got massive boobs, it just smushes it.
Yeah.
So you've got like, it's all like round there. It's all there.
Looking for my boobs, they're there now.
And this is where Jimmy starts reading his comments.
But now they're just smushed.
It's good to know. I've decided I'll worry about that later because apparently you have to like put talc on your body and stuff to actually get in the thing. So I'll worry about it on the day because I'll probably.
I think you need to do a trial run. You can't be like, oh yeah, I'll do talc or some shit on the day, because you're going to end up.
I'll end up like I did on the first day of MCM with everything broken and hanging off me and being like, I need help.
Walking like a robot.
Real, what happened?
I had an accident.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, tips from women.
Oh, sorry guys, yeah, sorry. How are you going
It's good.
I don't know.
Good to
I'm
know.
probably not.
It's good to know that we can like give tips like that, like for stuff that is a little bit obscure.
Just the tip.
In something danger zone.
And there you go. That Jimmy, is what this is normally the whole way through. Welcome.
To be
Welcome.
fair, if you want tips on having boobs in a top that you can't wear a bra for that's armoured, I can do that because I wasn't wearing a bra for my Angela, but I had it built into the armour at the back.
You do that because you're not like warbler boob. War boob.
Well, no, yeah, the way they're shaped, you kind of stick them in anyway, so you kind of have a bit, but to give it proper, like, massive lift and smush them all over the place, I just proper, like, grabbed as many chicken fillets and I made the own, well, they were like mountains. I don't have mountains, but they look like mountains. So I didn't know I had these. But yeah, you just put chicken fillets on the inside and you just, like, fabric over the top of it, and I hot glued it all on the inside, and it was really comfortable. So.
Was it? Because it's one of those that it does not look comfy, you know, and you're like,
The rest of the armour wasn't comfy, but that bit I wanted to keep on for like the rest of the day.
I might have
So,
just
yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
so
Sorry, yourself.
moving on from boob.
Oddly enough, Jimmy's a fan of cosplay.
We could talk about
What?
testing cradles or something. I don't know what you guys do.
Do you know what? Like, I once had to, like, with the night owl suit, like, because I'm going to say it, I'm a little bit endowed, okay? Right? So
There it is.
the way to explain
This is the one thing we're going to take away from the
the way to
podcast.
explain this in the best possible way is to not show as much, shall we say, is to wear a pair of long johns under the morph suit, and then it doesn't give you
Such
as
a
much of a
bomb.
bulge.
Spanks all the way, dude. Just roll it up.
Okay. Shall I start talking about my Superman costume problems then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually,
Go on, then.
no, I actually do want to know about Superman costume
What
problem.
happens with your schlong, Jimmy?
Well, look, because I'm a massive fan of Dean Cain. I love.
No.
I thought you were going to say something.
And because when it comes to cosplay and stuff, I do tend to kind of want to be the character as much as possible, even down to the areas. And Dean hasn't got anything. He's like a Ken doll. There's nothing there at all. It's just kind of like there's stuff. And thing is, if you're around kids, which if you're like Superman, you have to kind of be very aware that there are kids that height.
He's a free top like, he's like,
Just because they don't.
and they always want to give you a hug.
Oh.
I've had that a few times. I'm like, oh gosh, no, stop it. And I've kind of gone down on their level and spoke to them there. But so I'm very aware of things like that and not wanting to be.
A paedophile.
Or,
So that is. Just say that is.
No, I hate when that happens. When my cock accidentally goes in a kid's face, it's the worst thing ever.
I kind of I try as much as I can to not have anything there, which I've learned a lot from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you tuck? And then, yeah, okay.
Not fully,
Not full tuck, just a half tuck.
I don't want anyone to see any of my jungle bunch.
That's, ladies and gentlemen, that is being made into a meme.
It's not for.
Oh my god! Get over bunch. Oh
No, you should call it your super dong.
I don't know. I can't think of anything kind of Superman related. I don't know.
What
Not
do you actually, no, I am intrigued now because I see what Dave has to go through. What do you like? Do you tuck and then wear stuff, or?
Oh yes, no. I've the first event that I did. Actually no. Well, whatever it was. I've had events where I've had a pair of just like kind of sport briefs, a pair of lycra long johns which I got from Primark, very cheap, and warm, and then over the top either a jock strap or a dance strap, and then sometimes if it's really cold another pair of long johns and then the suit. But then the New 52 suit, which is there, is really thick. It's amazing. It's great. So I don't need an extra pair. But yeah.
Surely, if it's cold, you shouldn't need the extra layer. Like it'll.
Well, precisely, yeah. But as far as underwear is concerned, oh, no, I get it. Now I get what you're saying. I missed that one, you cheeky devil. But yeah, it kind of disappears.
You don't need anything.
I know it's a little bit awkward talking about these sort of situations, but it's these sort of situations that kind of give really good tips.
It doesn't.
We're not talking. By the way, next, I knew that was going to be coming up there, which was the
See, I've never had a costume where I've had sort of spandex sort of thing. The only problem I've ever had is having a big stomach when I did my Deadpool suit, which is partially why I had a combat vest, because on the back you could tighten it, so I just put it on and tight.
Now you can feel the corset pain. That's exactly what Belle said.
It's pretty much acted like a corset, but it also held all the armor onto me.
Another tip
So,
for drag race is lots and lots of gaffer tape.
Yeah,
Gaffer
gaffer
tape.
tape.
Gaffer tape. If it's good enough for NASA, it's good enough for us.
Keeping bitches quiet since 1979.
we are in no way sponsored by the Gaff Tape Company.
Yeah.
Holding people together.
So yeah, next year I will be doing sort of hopefully a sort of spandex suit. So these tips are coming in handy.
Just
We'll talk later on.
I made a gaffer tape dummy the other day. I ended up crying. I'm really scared of cling film, and you have to cling film yourself.
yeah.
Yeah, and cling film's like it really freaks me out. And Dave was wrapping me thinking, "Are you okay? You okay?"
I want to do one of those. I need to get a mannequin sorted, actually. Is it difficult to do? What do you stuff it with?
You need someone else to help. You pretty much layer yourself in cling film.
Yeah.
And the way I did it, just so I didn't have to buy loads of tape, was a layer of like parcel tape, another layer of parcel tape, and then 2 or 3 layers of gaffer tape, and then you cut it off.
Okay.
Cut it off.
Can you do it with arms as well?
Yeah.
I did a whole thing. Do you want
Do
me to go
you
and
need
get it?
your arms straight or bent?
Have you got it on a stand as well? Because you can make a stand for it.
I've got a mannequin, so I stuck it on
Oh, okay.
the mannequin.
All right.
But I only went
This
because
might
it
come
was
in
the silk,
handy.
the bodysuit. I only went down to sort of like to here
Okay.
and to my knees, so I had like the bodice bit, so I could put the string on it without it being too tight when I wore the suit.
Have you stuffed it at all?
I had to, yeah.
What,
I got just a load of cushions off the sofa. Rammed it in. Right. And then it got squished, so I put a bra on it, like one of my bras, so it was my size. So you might have to do that.
And then David took it home. So when he gets when he
Yeah, no, it's a day.
Because I might need to do that for my next Beast costume. I need to get a mannequin, and there aren't any mannequins in my size. I've got half a body somewhere, and it looks more like it's tiny. It's pretty tiny, so annoying.
Or what, like one of the hanging ones?
No, it's because I was using it for like top half for the top half of muscle suit of my next Beast, and it's just a top half with like arms like that. Oh. So, but yeah, it's not a hanging one. It's I think it stands somewhere, but I haven't got a stand.
Because you can get like, do you live near? Where do you live, Jimmy?
Yeah. Well, Metropolis, of course.
Obviously. Are you like north or south?
Kind of in the middle. No, I'm Bedford.
I don't know. There's probably places elsewhere, but there's a place in London that's just like display stuff place.
Oh right.
And they do like the actual mannequins and stuff.
Can you order online from them?
You can, but I think you have to collect it. That's the thing, because they're so big.
That's
But, I got my mannequin off. It's an adjustable dressmaker's dummy. I got it off eBay. I was pretty lucky though. The woman, I don't think she really knew what she was selling, so.
I've gotten a couple of mannequin, but I haven't got a full mannequin at the moment because I haven't needed one, but I will do. I always find them at antique fairs. There's always a few going, and they're quite cheap.
The antique ones are quite expensive.
No, they're not antiques. It's an antique and collector's fair, so basically there's anything there really.
I'll go to Silent
And I
Hill.
found entire mannequins. So
Because
I'm
I got
gonna go
my.
find one next year.
I just got a regular dressmaker one, like not an adjustable one, and mine cost £25 off Amazon. But that was just a cheap, crappy one. It hasn't got any arms. I want arms. I need arms and legs. Would it help? Because doing my Angela on my own legs, like I still screwed it up. I don't know how. It was taped from my own leg, and I still managed to screw up the sizing. So it'd be better to have another leg to do it on. A
Like
third
the
leg
mannequins though, they've got legs like chopsticks.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
See,
They've all
the
got
next-
toes.
The next problem I'm going to find is sculpting something on the head because everyone's head is slightly different dimensions.
Yeah.
So Christmas, I've got like a week or two off, and I'm doing life cast.
Ah, cool.
Like, can you not just get like someone to 3D print your head?
Yeah, I'd have to scan it
it.
first.
Yeah, scan it in 3D print.
No, if I can, I'll do a stop motion video and we'll post it up on here. I'm gonna hopefully do a for life cast of my entire head so that I can use it for sculpting helmets and stuff on. So I've got something to go by.
If you want any tips at all on life casting and stuff, it's many things that I do as well, and I've just done a course in it as well.
Yeah, that's really cool because I've actually been checking that up about how you made the parts for Beast, and I was checking through your pictures and I think that is so cool.
Oh, thank you very much.
We'll be using alginate for the front of the face, and just using plaster for the back. And then once I've got a quick mold from that, I'll make a quick cast in resin, and then from that I will make proper sort of silicone fiberglass molds so that I can keep producing them for other projects, and then sculpting on top of those. So I think I've pretty much worked out. We've done that sort of thing before, but just not on me. So
Is this your work?
yeah, I'm a professional prop maker, so we build molds and cast stuff all the time.
Hey, me too. We're prop maker buddies.
Boom.
Yeah.
Is that what you do for a living, Jimmy?
Yeah, well, that and prosthetics. I'm currently doing prop making stuff at the moment, but I flip between props and prosthetics.
That is so cool.
That is really awesome.
It's quite fun.
God, I wish I
We'll
could
have
make
to-
something of it.
We'll have to compare what we've made and see who's made the biggest stuff.
Oh my god.
Oh, dick measuring competition here, have we got?
Yeah, just get your
27
wank
foot.
out, Daddy.
27 foot.
The
Did
biggest.
you make that, Lex, or did your daddy?
No, I made. Well, I was involved in making it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
dear.
Yeah, I'm not really. I need to be making a mold this week. I'm going to start it tomorrow actually because I'm getting slowly there with the night owl, costume.
Wait.
So
Nice.
won't be far off. All I have to do now is make a mold of a two-piece mold, and then I can make the latex mask on the inside. Well, fingers crossed.
I've always wanted to do the comedian.
You know what? I really like the comedian, but it's one of those characters that I just seem to not be able to get right.
Well, costume wise.
Probably just the Tash.
Because I really want to do young comedian when he's in the
in the yellow jumpsuit with the purple on it.
I would love to do that. Absolutely. And my hair's getting kind of to the right level, and I even got a tash made for me as well before I even knew how to knot tashes and stuff. I got a tash made for me, and I started to make things. This was about this is when the film came out. But I've always wanted to do the comedian. That's one for the list.
I've done Night Owl before, and it's a really interesting costume. Like, it was a really interesting costume. It was a warm costume, don't get me wrong, because Leah might have seen me sweating my bollocks off at Manchester.
You didn't tap him away properly, obviously.
But it is a very, very warm costume, but like it's a really good-looking costume, except from the mask. The mask was a little bit iffy on it, but that's the reason why this has been made. I'm kind of hoping to do more cosplay in the future, so I'll see how it goes.
Exciting.
I know that you've been busy this week, Leia, haven't you?
We didn't actually. We were there a few weeks ago. When Dave went up to 86th floor, we just ended up actually by accident. So.
Yeah, our very good friends at 86th floor who've recently got in contact with us, by the way. I'll have to explain that afterwards. It's a project we're all going to be working on in late February.
I just want to say, that isn't a particularly flattering picture, and to the entire world, I am a size 12, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The amount of people that have been all like, oh, Harley's let herself go.
Really?
Yeah.
People.
But
Yeah.
I'm a size 10, 12, and I'm quite happy with that.
This is why I hate people.
People are just dicks, aren't they, really? Sorry.
Well,
This
and
one's,
most of
this
them are
one's
lovely.
certainly flattering from Into the View.
That's an awesome picture.
I love that picture. Pete
Oh.
is amazing. He really is. That guy is a ledge photographer.
Really good.
You've got a lot of photo shoots, like you've had a lot of photo shoots, and you've got a fair few to go actually, because you've got
I took-
one tomorrow.
I took 7 outfits to the weekend, so yeah.
Bloody hell.
That's the weekend.
You
The
also
actual
did.
Aquaman ones are good as well.
I love.
Yeah, the Aqua Woman ones are awesome.
I think that was pretty.
Water's pretty good.
I really like the trident that you made for it.
That was it was just like that flexi pipe stuff. Like
It looked good though.
piping, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
My landlady's carpet. I doubt she's gonna be here. With the bad weather, is not good for spray painting.
But do you spray
that's what
paint
I've got at the
outside?
minute. Bad weather. Just pissing down constantly. Been here long enough, I should learn really.
Yeah, you are.
I'm in Wales, it's the same here.
Yeah, but Wales, like at least here we just have some dry bits. In Wales, it is just great.
Yeah.
Actually, it's usually nicer here than it is there. Thank you very much.
Mm. That's why so many people live where you are.
Shh.
This
I
weather
know.
is good for Blade Runner though, which is great.
Yeah.
Which is another
Like-
costume that I would love to do, just to walk around in because the workshop which I'm usually at is in is Trinity Buoy Wharf, which is kind of opposite the O2. So that entire area in Canary Wharf, and like every time I go past the Canary Wharf on the DLR or whatever, I just think, damn it, I wanna be Deckard in the rain, standing around here looking cool.
I'm certain we can do something with that, Jimmy. I'm certain, because I'm a big Blade Runner fan as well.
Really?
Oh,
Let's do it.
I love Blade Runner. It is brilliant. Oh,
You be Rachel, and I'm
It's it, that dude.
Who's me on legs?
yeah.
we can both be Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah, woo! Crossplay!
No.
Actually, you know what? I actually want to ask Jimmy a quick question about his new Superman suit, like the S that's on the front. What's the S made from?
Plastizo.
Crossplay.
Oh gosh. Yeah, it's Plastizo, and the belt's Plastizo, and the boots are my old Dean Cain boots that I've stuck as a Plastizo onto it. The boots are kind of purple. I really want to redo them.
I am disappointed in you, Jimmy.
What have I done?
You said it's not an S. Where I come from, it's not an S.
Oh, well, of course. Well, I can say it now anyway. Should we run it back?
Edit it
Yeah,
out.
let's run it back again.
Yeah, give me.
I'm actually quite interested in that S that you put in front of your costume.
Well,
Pressure's on.
or not.
Right, let's try this one more time. Right, you ready? You ready?
Okay.
Jimmy, I'm actually really interested with the S that's on the front of your costume.
Well, on my planet, it's not an S. It means hope and other stuff, and
Well, on this planet, it's an S,
Yeah.
Thanks, Lois.
and it could stand for.
Yeah, good stand for.
Spider-Man. As so many people have said to me, "Oh, look, it's Spider-Man." Oh. Oh.
No, it looks really good. How have you stuck it onto the costume, by the way?
Oh gosh, my lovely friends Jason and Victoria were standing around me when I was going mad trying to get the thing stuck onto the suit. I will show you.
Okay, cool.
Velcro.
So, well, I
Probably
was advised not Velcro, and I'm quite glad because my previous suit had Velcro, or the Dean Cain suit had Velcro patches on here that the cape goes onto, so it kind of.
Yes, that it's always just clips, I would reckon.
But the Velcro just ripped the shoulders to shreds because it gets kind of folded over, or if anything gets on it, just rips it off. So I thought I'm not going to do Velcro. I was going to stick it on, but I kind of felt as though I didn't want to stick it on. I might change the S, and if I stick it on, that's it. That's definite. That's done. So what I did, so you're not really going to be able to see it here, but the S is 2 layers of Plastizo. So that's the bottom layer, and that's that layer. And there's a little bit. Everyone's going to be able to see the dodginess of this now. But there's a bit of blue kind of material here that I've folded over. So the back of the yellow part of the S is blue, and then I folded over the edges, and then left a little bit of like border, and then stuck the red S on top. So then I've got this blue bit around, and just sewed all the way around.
Yeah.
So that's how that happened. And then, yeah.
That's clever, dude.
So you can basically take it out and replace it if you need to. Similar things to what I'm doing with my bat logo, actually, funnily enough, but with foam. So my symbol needs to be able to come out and be replaced.
We can't really talk too much on that, but I'll talk a bit more about that after the show, and then everybody's going to be like, "What are they talking about? We need to know about this." We do have a fair few projects in the pipeline over the next couple of months though, and we've recently got in contact with a theatre company called the 3 Minute Theatre in Manchester, and we're going to be looking at doing a costume cavalry act where cosplayers can come in and perform on stage for a prize, kind of like Masquerade works. So, that's one of the projects. We've got David and Leia's project at some point. We can figure out that. We've got David's projects over in Headton Bridge sometime in early March. So we've got a pretty packed year for Guardians of Geekery.
Exciting times.
Fun times.
Yeah.
We've also got
if I can get my costume done by then, I might have an act as well.
Cool.
But I need to
When you were
train.
talking to me about Lex,
Yes.
I have a pattern.
Oh wait, is that the second one or the first one? We talked about a couple. I have an idea with something. I need to talk to you about it.
There's secrets between friends.
Well, we all know I'm doing Green Arrow. It's around that, but I had an idea for something on a piece I need making. Because I can't sew for shit.
No, me neither. Not one bit.
Literally everyone frozen. So you're gonna. All I heard was I can't sew for shit. So what did you say before?
You were saying that he's going to have a word with you about it after the show, because everybody knows that he's working on Green Arrow at the moment.
Do you know what I really fancy? Like, there's so many people at Con, and you know sometimes when you put when you're walking around, you put a hood on, you sort of get away from everyone. It'd be kind of nice to do that at Comic Con. I've never had that.
That's what was great about Beast, that no one recognised me at all.
No,
and
I came up to you at Comic Con. I was like, "Oh, you're that guy who's with Superman," and then you went, "I am Superman." I was like, "Ah, cool, man!"
And I talked to you. And I was like, "Oh man, love the costume." And then, pff, there goes my shield.
Because I was standing with my mate who was Castiel, and we just were kind of like completely incredulous, going, "Well, what just happened?" And the guy was like, I'm sorry, mate.
There was like 5 meters around me to walk, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was loads of me. I can't believe it. I didn't growl at him. I thought that's awful. Oh, man.
But I have it here, and if you look on the edges, there are no breaks. I've managed to fix it completely.
Yeah.
What actually happened?
I had it on I had it on my back, which I only do if there's non-crowded areas, or if I'm just standing still. And I was outside, and I was just towards Jimmy. I was saying, "I love this costume," and then some tosser comes and walks over and knocks my shield off my back, even though there's tons of room around me.
He ran past you as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
There was loads of room around.
Yeah.
Facial awareness. Facial awareness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone has it.
So yeah, next time I'm bringing it to Birmingham. Birmingham's not as crowded tomorrow, so I might be able to wear it on my back a bit more. But I've got to do photography there now, so that means my hands are always going to be full, aren't they, Damien?
I only want a couple of pictures. I just want a couple
I'm
of
gonna
pictures.
take my camera. I'm gonna do some decent shots.
Just take them all of you. Just.
Selfies.
I do that.
It's
If anyone gives me their phone to take a photo of them or whatever it is, I'll always take like 17 photos of me putting really awesome
Yeah.
face.
Oh yeah.
And my mate.
Well, I got a brand new camera for my birthday a couple of weeks ago, so I need to give it a test shot.
That's cool, man. Leah, what have you been working on over last week? I mean, other than your photo shoot stuff, have you actually been working on cosplay, or have you been?
Yeah, I pretty much. I've started, and I'm almost defeated by Silk, so I've left her for a bit.
How have you been doing the actual silk bits?
Oh, Freya.
I've just seen loads of this, like the silk string stuff. I was like, how is that all meant to make like one outfit?
Well, I made the dummy thing so that I could put it inside a spandex, like, you know, white Zentai suit.
Yeah.
Cut up. And then I've got like silk cord, you know, the stuff that you use for like jewelry making and stuff.
Yeah.
I've got loads of that, and I was just winding it around, but the dummy wasn't sort of solid enough initially. So I put it on, and I thought, oh, you know, this will be fine, and like hot glued myself into it. Then it was fine, it was comfortable, but I didn't think, like, I've got small wrists, so I sort of glued it there, tried to get it off, and I was like, you know, and then when you're just like, I really need a wee as well. So I was sort of like stuck in the suit for ages. I did put a two-way zip in it though, so that's been, that's going to be a bit more helpful, so you can keep the suit on. Sorry?
Advantageous.
Yeah, especially, you know, if you've got Crohn's, and the only thing to keep on is like burgers and stuff, definitely. Yeah, so I was okay, but I was in it, and I just thought, oh, fuck it, the only thing I can do is to cut myself out, so I've left it for a bit. But what I might do is like cut it to here, because she has like bands of bare skin, and I was gonna maybe make some gloves, like, you know, the half gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, because that's how she has it, like coming down the hand. So I think I might make it with gloves, and then when every time I wear it, maybe just add some of the thread. And I've been making making some twins, little mini Rapunzel dresses.
Aww.
More things.
Oh, bless.
And I've nearly finished my assassin as well. So that's that.
Yeah, because you're working on an assassin as well, aren't you? I forgot about
Yeah. Mine's black and red.
Oh, cool. That's
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's
Oh,
nice to know
yeah.
that like, you're getting somewhere with your cosplays. You've got too many at one time.
But it's just that now it's kind of, I had so many things that have been started. I've got such a short attention span. I'll start something and think, oh, I can't bother with that. So it'll go in the to finish drawer.
Yeah.
And then when I won that competition with Into the Review to have my photos and stuff done, he just said, bring as many as you've got. And I thought, oh, all right then.
Yeah.
I can't do my exams again because I'm rubbish at doing anything unless I've got a deadline. Like at work, I'm in my element after lunch and I've only got like 3 hours to finish everything that I've got to do. So, yeah, when I knew I had like 2 weeks to go, I was like, Jessica, boom, and just got on everything. Moxie, I made about 10 hours, like just ruined my old machine though.
Where do you have like a cosplay room, or do you just make everything in your bedroom? And
no, in like the lounge. My flatmate has his side where he watches TV and stuff, and I've got my little, like on the dining table, I've got a little table and stuff.
It's like, bitch, please, this is my corner.
my side.
Working.
Get a bit like,
To be fair, I imagine it's quite dangerous to enter it when you're in the motions of making a costume because you've just got everything everywhere. So I don't think they'd want to step over into the
Terminating.
What did you
He's
say?
come home and just sort of done a
Okay, what did you say?
carrying on like, what the fuck is this mess? Bless him, but yeah.
Kia
I got a new
said something, I didn't hear him.
What was that?
You
I got a
said
new
something.
sound machine.
What?
Right. No, I was just saying, do you work in organised chaos? Because that's what it's like on my table. I just have shit everywhere. Like,
Exactly that. Like
Yeah.
most of my life, just shit everywhere. In every
See,
hour.
I would be. See, I would be like that, but I have to do it in the I do it in the workshop. It says if you spread for more than that space, you're out. You can move out and find yourself another job. So yeah, he keeps me organised.
I go in the kitchen and then get shouted at because I leave like clay dust everywhere after like sanding it all down. And I even like try like have sand dust like the clay dust is the hardest thing to get off any surface ever. You wouldn't
Just
believe-
get like a hairdryer and blow it away and just pretend it doesn't exist. You've
You know
moved
what?
it elsewhere.
Like,
In another corner.
you think that?
No, put
It's
like
not
the
as
fridge
easy as
door.
that. I actually got a hairdryer the other day to test that really out, and it just sticks to everything.
Oh, no.
You want to be like, when I was younger, my brother, like, one of my older brothers used to sort of do that kind of thing as well, like props and stuff. Nowhere near, as sort of like you guys, but one day he got like spray paint all over the kitchen and all that kind of stuff, and Mum was like, "Oh, why can't you have a tidier hobby?" And he just turned around and shouted, "At least it's not crack!" Like a 14-year-old lad, like, "At least it's not crack." Okay.
He's got a point. He's got a point.
And she was like, "Well played, son. Well played."
Well played. Well played. Clap, clap, clap.
Touche.
No, I actually had to go outside the other day because like I had to do sanding on the collar because I eventually got it sorted. But I had to sand it down with a sander, so like all of my trampoline and all the floor near the trampoline and everything in back garden was just covered with clay dust. And I looked like I walked into the house and looked like I'd just murdered Morph.
That was.
I think that tends to be what I look like as well. Because when I was doing Beast's feet, I was covered in blue latex, and it won't ever go. It just didn't go. I was and then I was sticking the fur onto the onto the edges of the gloves and on the feet as well. And there was glue and latex and fur, and I looked like I looked like I'd murdered a Smurf. Like a furry Smurf.
Sounds like a really weird fetish party that you've gone to.
Very
What?
Yeah.
Smurf murdering party.
Or just murdering kind of childhood characters.
Yeah.
Both of us with Morph and Smurfs. How awful.
Cookie Monster in there while you're there. Evil man.
What was that?
Killing the Cookie Monster as well while you're there. You evil man.
Yeah, well, I did him a couple of weeks ago. Oh, those feet almost killed me. I did them before a photo shoot, and I was doing them the kind of 2 days before, like, after work. So I was getting home at 8 o'clock and then doing a couple of hours of trying to get his feet done. I got them done, which is fine, but yeah, they're mad. But fun to have big feet.
Hard to walk in, though, I would imagine.
They're all right. It makes you have. It kind of gives me.
Flippers.
The main thing is the kind of big toe / thumb that's on the inside, because they're kind of like that.
Right.
It's those two, and I'm kind of walking, like bashing them a little bit, which is a bit kind of. I had to change the design a little bit because they were further down, but then I found some new images of him, and his were further up, which is better. I had to make them even further up, but it kind of makes me kind of change the way I walk a bit, which is quite cool. I like that.
Mm.
That's cool. That yeah. Did you think about getting? Do you know how you can buy like Hobbit slippers? Do you not,
Yeah,
do you not
I
think
need
about
to
doing
get
it
that.
like that way, where like you could get the slippers with the fur on and then just dye the fur
You could
blue?
probably buy these slippers, to be fair, somewhere.
Probably can. I mean, I just want to try it out myself and see how I could do it. It was a really enjoyable process. I mean, it would have been great to have just kind of got the Hobbit slippers, but I've got slippers on the inside of my Beast feet as well. They're based around like just a pair of, I think I got them from Primark, just a pair of slippery kind of things. I mean, it's really they're more comfortable than my Superman boots.
How is it? How is it with like this is the Collective Cosplay podcast, and we've talked about Primark about 3 times today.
I think it's just me. I like Primark. Honestly, because people are asking me about my Doctor Who stuff as well, because I do a lot of Doctor Who stuff. But loads of people ask me about my shirts, my season 6 and season 7 Matt Smith 11th Doctor stuff shirts. I got them all from Primark because I couldn't afford to get the kind of the real ones or get them custom made. So no one really concentrates too much on the shirts apart from season 5. But with that stuff, I got them from Primark, and then eventually, if I'm interested, I'll then kind of update them and upgrade if I've got more money. But the Primark one seems to do all right. So
My Captain America costume.
Cheap stuff.
Sorry.
My entire Captain America costume, the trousers and the torso and the jumper which I've used, are both from Primark. I just re-dyed them.
Blimey, I thought you'd kind of like made it or something like that when I saw it.
I'd used a Primark a pair of jeans and a jumper, dyed them so they're the same colour, and then I had put I'd cut, ironed and sewn patches onto the chest, and then everything else sort of went over it and fixed on.
Kind of cosplay on a budget, it can happen. You don't have to get things completely custom made. You can always start from something like Primark and then upgrade, and that's great. This is why I love this stuff. Really cool.
I mean, anybody can cosplay as long as like you've got the imagination to put something together.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think charity shops and stuff like that are awesome as well. Everything I got for Heather, apart from my boots and my wig and the pipe, came from a charity shop. All of it. The entire outfit cost me, I think, a tenner.
Oh dear.
So yeah. And you're doing good as well. You're doing, you're doing something nice for a charity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Never buy one. You never know you're going to find in there.
Sorry?
Never walk by one. You'll never know what you'll find in there.
Exactly.
You know what? I've always like thought about charity shops, about going into them, but I've never made a costume in that sort of sense that needs stuff from charity shops.
I think it's always worth just a bit of a run anyway, and then
How
you
do
just
you know that though? How do you know? It might not give you an idea for one.
Yeah,
To
I
be
guess
fair,
so.
the best story I've heard is I was talking to my colleague at work, and he was making a like Skyrim Viking style thing. What are they called? The Nordic,
Yeah,
whatever. The
Nordic.
guys, the Viking-looking guys from Skyrim. And he was making like the hammer and stuff, and he needed leather. And he was walking down the road past one of these houses, and there happened to be an old leather sofa outside. So he knocked on the door and asked if he could steal the. And they're like, "Yeah, you can take the sofa." And he was like, "No, I want just the leather." And they're like, "Wait, one sec." And he called all his housemates downstairs and was like, "Can you repeat that?" And he's like, "I just want the leather off the sofa." And they're like, they gave him a knife and went, "Go on then." And they watched him peel leather off the sofa, and he just.
Say that. I did that to my mate's bed before he chucked it out, in case I ever needed it.
the amount of shit you must amass. I've got drawers upon drawers of it at my parents that is just ridiculous. And for really cheap material and things like that for lining, I'll get like again, if you go somewhere like Primark, a charity shop, or like Wilkinson's even, you can get like flat sheets. And it's just polycotton basically, but it's a lot cheaper than it would be to buy like yardage of it for some reason. So yeah, just buy it like a king sheet, and you've got a whole outfit worth to line with.
Oddly enough, Wilkinson's does really well for EVA foam.
Really?
I always found that when it came to buying like big sheets of EVA foam, especially in the middle of summer. Like you can get really big sheets that are a good maybe meter by meter. Because
Maybe like in the DIY. Or... I've never seen it in there.
yeah, it comes under. It came under the gardening section one year because I had to build my little brother's Dead Space costume a couple of years ago, and
Wow, I've never seen it in there.
like to be able to get hold of it in that sort of quantity, like I found it in Wilkinson's at like £1 for a meter by meter square.
Nice.
What was it used
Was
for?
it like the coloured stuff, you know, for kids?
What's that?
Was it the coloured stuff for kids? Like
No,
the...
it's just plain green.
Oh, right.
For like kneeling on when you do your gardening or something like that?
Yeah, it was
Right.
basically like kneeling pads, but it was large meter by meter rather than like the really small stuff. It was really good to be able to get hold of it.
Thank you, Will.
Yeah, I go into Poundland and I walk around being like, what can I buy? So I bought, have I got it? No, I haven't got it here with me anymore. Like I bought, you know, like what you use to, like the washing line stuff, cord. I bought all that kind of plasticky crap, loads of that from Poundland. And I got the picket fence looking things for like growing bean sprouts and stuff. And I used that as the inside of my swords for my Attack on Titan costume. And I just got so much other random crap like the spray cans. They've got like metallic paint for cars. You can use that as like spray for your costumes for £1. So I think like my entire like 3D MG for Attack on Titan cost me about £10.
Nah.
All from Poundland. So
Oddly enough, like I ended up having to make the collar on the night owl, I think I had to use a wire mesh, and I found like in B&Q for the same sort of size of wire mesh, it was charging £10. I went into Pound World, and obviously it's a pound in Pound World, but
Is
it
it?
gave me about
Really?
it gave me like 5 meters of the stuff compared to like in B&Q it would have cost me like a tenner for the stuff. Goes to prove that like going into pound shops and going into like budget shops really does give you good like ideas.
Who does?
I got my knife for Chucky from Pound World or whatever. There's so many different ones, but it was just like a generic stabby knife from Halloween, and it cost me 20p.
nice.
Yeah, because
My,
after Halloween they got rid of everything, so it's only 20p.
My Deadpool suit was partially built out of X-Blaze riot armor, which I just got on eBay. So it's pre-used riot armor, just modified it heavily. eBay is a godsend.
It is. Thank you, eBay. We applaud you.
But unfortunately, eBay is also a bit of a curse because I can't always buy one thing.
They
A lot
Yeah.
of all my money goes to eBay. All the monies.
Mine does too. I'm buying too much beast-related stuff at the moment for my next costume, and half of it I'm going, am I going to even need this? I mean, I need to try and save money for other stuff, but eBay it is amazing, but it takes up too much of my time, and it's so easy on my phone as well. Yeah, I'll buy that.
yeah.
Definitely spent a lot more since I got it.
I
Yeah.
just bought a couple of I can't remember what they're called, but I've literally bought 2 specially grown bamboo sticks. I don't even know why I got them. I just got them because I thought they would be cool.
I'm certain I can use them somewhere.
Oh no, I'm gonna use them for training, but I just need to learn how. I should probably have done that before.
He's turning into the arrow. He is turning into the arrow. I don't care.
Actually, they are the same sort of sticks he uses for training. I thought I'd get them and use them on the punch bag.
He is training to become the arrow.
Dude, make
Well,
sure someone shows you how to use them. There's nothing worse than feeling like a diva
Yeah.
stick and smacking yourself in the back of the head.
Whack!
I am training. Not to be a Green Arrow, but just to be able to get in shape for a Green Arrow
But,
and other
like,
cosplay.
for any kind of aggressive art, you need to know how to.
Now, this is something I've got. I want to get your guys' opinions on. Okay, cosplay. It's all about the costume, right? Would you consider, getting in shape and stuff for a cosplay part of the process?
I did for my Great Fairy Tale. He's like got a 6-pack and a guy, and I went to the gym for 6 months to have like lines on my stomach. So But then since then I've decided, fuck that, it was a nightmare. I want to do what I want. So for my Angela one, I just want my regular body, because once you've done it, unless you're going to maintain it, it is quite difficult to do. So it was a lot of stress, and it was more stressful than actually the whole making a costume. So I decided I'd rather sit at home, eat ice cream, and play video games, and make my costume.
Oh yeah, we should team up and cosplay Weebles next year.
Yes. Only if we can have people push us around, that'd be great.
I don't need to get in shape. That's why I've got armour.
I agree with Keo.
I've done armour.
In armour.
See, I've done armoured, and I've done like mainly all around the prop. Next year I want to be able to do something where I have to be in shape for it. So it's going to take some work, but I think it'll be worth doing.
All I can say is, Jim, I was served by a guy called Jim at McDonald's. That's the same thing, right?
That took me a minute there.
Oh, you're talking about me then? Oh.
I like that one. Oh, that tickled me.
No, I'm like, it's not that I don't do like exercise. I did exercise for the night owl costume, and then realised it was completely irrelevant because I wore body armour underneath the zentai. So I'm just like,
Like, because
now we know what you've got on under your zentai. That's, you know, what you're hiding under there. You'll probably be able to look you in the eye again, Damien.
Oddly enough, like the top bit of the zentai, all I had was literally like the armoured foam piece, and then just the zentai, because like otherwise I'd be sweating more than I already was.
You wore pants though, right?
Oh yeah.
Or a thong?
No. Boxers, long johns, zentai.
I thought in the summer a lycra suit would be fine, absolutely fine. But then I go along to NCC this year in the summer, and on the hottest day of possibly the entire world, it was so hot, and wearing suits was the most uncomfortable I've ever been. And so never again will I wear lycra in that heat. I thought it'd be really cool, but it's not at all.
I'm quite concerned that I always seem to do my costumes the wrong season. So Angela, which was hardly anything, I wore in October. And today I am wearing a full latex bodysuit. I'm going to die. I'm going to need to switch them around.
But
it's always going to be warm. I mean, look at May. It fecked it down, didn't it? And it was
hailed. Yeah, true.
And either way, it's going to be hot wherever you go. You'll be sweating inside. You definitely will be sweating inside. What happens then? Do you think you're wearing talcum powder and you sweat? Will it like...
I'll make a cake. I don't know. So just doing it like a muffin.
Balls of flour. You'll get dough.
It'll collect in your boots at the bottom.
It'll be like if you guys seen Invader Zim with Go and he takes the muffin out of his legs. It's like, yay, it's ready now.
Going back to the fitness for cosplay kind of thing, I used Superman as like a way to get fit. So kind of like because it's such a tight costume and everything like that. So for my personal gains, I went and I changed my diet.
Well, that's the best game I played really against this Jack's Tom.
Hello.
See, I've already lost quite a bit of weight already. I've always wanted. I had some bad stuff a few years ago, and I gained weight and sort of starting to lose it. But cosplay sort of gives me the extra push, gives me more of a reason to do it.
If you want to get in shape anyway, I think it is a great motivation. And I do think some costumes, it's not necessary, but some people do. It does add to the costume in a way for certain characters, but I don't think it's a necessary thing for anyone to do.
Well,
but
I want
if
to
you're doing it anyway.
good arms and no stomach fat for Green Arrow. So
Just remember, like, cosplay
Yeah,
isn't
it's not
about body
really.
image.
It's
It's
No.
it's about like the character and how you portray that character.
Red
But
line.
if you wish
Speaking of which, do you lot get into character? I know Leia does, and I know Jimmy does, but Lex, do you try and get into character?
I do when I'm I
find it a
do
bit
when
hard,
I'm Deadpool. I
but-
definitely do when I'm Deadpool because I start dancing behind people and stuff like that. Captain America, I do start running around shouting "Assemble" as
Yeah.
Damien would know.
Yeah, because-
I actually haven't really done any other proper cosplays other than those two. So Green Arrow, I need to read the comics a little bit more. I don't
Green
know.
Arrow
I
is
might
gonna
just go
scope behind
around.
us.
I might just go around saying to people, "You have failed this convention."
Yeah, Graves is gonna be like God parody.
Stuff like
I
that.
do find
You know-
certain characters you do find harder
Yeah.
to get into. Like Angela, I found really difficult to be in her character
Mm.
around the convention.
do it all day long. I saw this Joker guy. It was in America, but there was like a bit of footage of him. But apparently, he stayed in character for the whole weekend as like the Heath Ledger Joker.
That's amazing.
It would have been brilliant.
I think some characters do lend themselves to being people acting like them, but some of them don't.
Yeah, it's the bigger personalities.
Deadpool is a personality. You have to do it with. You have to do it with dressing up as the character. Captain America, not so much because he's not the biggest personality character in the world.
No.
Iron Man is sort of half and half because you can just end up walking around the thing, but you pretty much can just act like Iron Man, be like, yeah, let's get the attention, let's get the
I
attention.
do think when I go as Nightwing, I'm gonna have to go around and proposition everyone. I think that's gonna be my thing.
I did Papa Lazarus from the League of Gentlemen I've done him a couple of times.
That's how right.
Yeah, everyone loves the voice. They don't really expect you to do the voice, but I couldn't walk around and not do the voice. But you kind of have to with something like that. Some characters, as you say, definitely do lend themselves to be, having a character or a voice or whatever. But
even just the pose. I mean,
Yeah.
Superman, it's always chest out, classic superhero pose. Deadpool just gets away with anything stupid pose, like anything really. Captain America always has to have the shield out, which is annoying because everyone wants to get their photo of them attacking you, and you never get a fight back. Yeah, and Keir just does his pout. That's all he does.
Keir's out. Many a night.
Your mouth done.
Many a night, I've just looked at pictures of you here with your.
Dick or
Oh man,
Guys, they're fighting! It's Batman versus Superman!
What they don't tell you is actually they love each other very much.
yeah, secretly.
It's the dawn. It's the dawn of justice.
no, it's the dawn of bromance.
That should be the sequel's name.
One of bromance.
Two little shit. I had a really bad shattering game from that earlier as well.
Anyway, we are closing into being at the end of the podcast at the moment. Everybody's respective
Still here,
pages
my little
are
boy.
in the...
Wake.
What's that?
Man, your cat, too bright.
I can't really hear you because Tomo's speaking quite loud.
Ah, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Shut up, Tomo!
we are coming to the end of the podcast at the moment. Everybody's respective pages are below in the description. You can like us, you can subscribe to us, you can go onto our Facebook page and put basically what you want to see more on either the podcast or on the channel. I'm going to probably go from me, which is goodbye from me, goodbye from Jimmy,
Bye.
goodbye from Lex,
Well, bang, okay.
goodbye from Kia,
Till next time.
goodbye from Ginger Snap,
Stay classy, San Diego.
and goodbye from Freya.
Bye.
Bye everybody!
So that's like,
Bye.